This is the fly I'm tying. This is a small Muddler Minnow. I get asked a lot to tie this fly, and I'm tying the size that I would probably fish myself, mainly for trout. So it's a beautiful wee fly. Bigger sizes, if you're using the wing would probably be turkey. Now you can mess about with the muddler. There's one with the yellow tail. Yeah, the yellow tail, for some reason, it really does work. As much as obviously having the original same tail as the wing. The wing and the tail of the fly is just hen pheasant. So quite reasonably simple to tie. Now, hook choice is up to yourself. Now, I've tied it many hooks. This is a heavier hook. This is the full and mill, the competition heavyweight. It's a size 12. It's a standard size 12. It's a good strong wire. You could use the short shank special, which is the wider gape, and a medium wire, which sits a wee bit higher. But this is a good wee hook. Thread, uni thread in this case. I'm using a tan coloured uni in 8/0. I'm just going to run the wax through it, so let's get it started. I'm going to start the thread at the eye, a nice piece of thread down the shank. Now, remove the waste, and just wind the thread to the point where when you let the thread go, you're in line with the barb of the hook. Now I've been obviously tying a few. I've got the hen pheasant, I've got a right and a left. So I need a small slip for them from either side. Not too big. It's just for the tail. So just pull it off. And then you basically tie it on like the same way you would tie a wing on. But in this case it's the tail. All I'm doing is lining up the tips. The length, you're looking round about shank length. Just going to fold it. There's the length that I want. So you could put a crest tail on it, you could put a wool tail, a red tail, you could do lots of things. That's just a wee tad short, so too busy talking. Anyway, there we are, it's a bit of length. When you trim this the length of the body, which is there, you're looking for a fine gold wire, small. It's a heavier one there, I want the finer one. Now, the size of this fly, I would tie it all sizes. I mean, you could go smaller, obviously you can go a lot bigger, and it will represent many things. I would say this is probably represent obviously a small minnow type, as well as caddis and so on. Now, cutting the wire the full length of the body so there's no steps, and then I'm just going to wind the thread up as neat as you can, all the way up, and then come back down. Now I'm going to use a gold, this is just a gold and silver, like a uni miler or so. You want to go obviously the gold side. It's much easier to actually wind it down to the point where you want it to start. Just lift it up, see where you are. Now this is a large, so I'm going to stop about maybe 3 or 4 turns away from the point where I want the gold to start, because the gold will stretch out. So when I bring that over, it will reach out by a straight turn, and it will help taper the back as it comes up. And we just wind up, forming a nice gold body. 2 or 3 turns to secure it in. Trim away. Now you could put a hackle down the body. I'm not going to do it, but hackle will not do any harm. A nice brown or so, natural colour, or whatever colour you like. And then we wind up around about 5 turns is about enough to this point here, making sure it's well tied in. Just follow up with the thread, put a 90-degree bend into the wire, and then just continue down to the eye. You want a nice level base of thread and well tied in. You want the wire, you want it well tied in, because that's what's holding most of it together. So then we take our thread back up, ready for our wing. So we're back to our hen pheasant quills. You want a good wing, and the right and the left. Don't be shy with it. I'm going to line it up. You're going to see the underside of the feathers, so I'm just going to line up the points, which is there. So then I hold them and I straighten the back out. So it sits a wee bit better if you do that. There we are. The length, again, it's up to yourself. Just slightly short at the end of the tail so it's separated. So there it's there. So then what we do is we fold that. We want it right on the top of the shank. Do a pinch and loop, come through a couple of times. Now when you're pulling through, allow the waist ends to come towards the wing and keep the wing tight. And then see how things are sitting, if you're happy with the length. Now that's okay, I'm happy with the wing itself, sitting reasonably well. Now there's a couple of things you can do to flatten it slightly, but what you need to do is put 2 or 3 more turns in. Some people might think I'm going to waste it, but what you do is you just press on the top, and that there brings it to the side a wee bit, gives it more roof-like. You can see it there. Now it's if you put a perfect wing on, when you start to fish it, the fibres will separate and swim with the fly. So it's certainly good for a photograph if it's perfect. But when you start to fish it, it will start to sort of basically come apart and swim with the fly. So what I'm going to do is cut here, slight angle, wax on my thread, wind to the eye, just make sure it's as level as possible. I'm going to come back up, check where my thread's going to start, just check where wing. There we are. Now, deer hair I'm using a roe deer. This is quite a light patch, this one. This is basically from the side of the skin. Now, it's just a nice light colour. You can darken it down or you can use dyed, it's up to yourself. Now I want a collar of the fine fibres like a false hackle but with the deer hair. So what I do is bring enough out to form that collar. Cut it right close to the skin. Open the cut end fibres and remove any under fur, any broken ends, just remove them. Now I'm going to stack this up, stack it in a small stacker. Tips first. Now the reason for removing the under fur and the broken ends is so that it stacks better. So you just tap it on your desk. Now it should stack it up. Before I go any further, I'm going to wax the thread to give me as much grip. You need all the grip you can get. The tips are all lined up, so we remove them. Any broken ends, we can remove them. And if you look closely there, you'll see there's 2. So I can just grab them with my nail, because they're thicker. Actually, they're easy to grab. They're nice clean, nice level tips. Now you don't necessarily need that. You can roll it out on straight from the hair. But I want to basically get a length that I'm happy with. So I want a nice shape in the fly. So there's the length I want there, halfway into the wing. So what I do is I put that into my finger and thumb. Set that on the top and come around with two turns. Right, now allow then the hair to rotate and tighten up. You have to do that in one go, and basically wind the thread through the cut ends, drawing them back. Just take your time. If you've removed all the broken ends and the under fur, you should be able to do that. And then 3 or 4 turns to lock these back. Now leave them like that just now. We're going to put more deer hair on. So we go back in, just to form the muddler head. Cut it again close to the skin. Just open the fibres out, remove the fluff. This time all we want is the bottom, the hollow part of the bottom, these bits here. So we offer that on the top, and we're going to do the same. We come round with 2 turns, 2 loose turns, and then what you've really got to do is to pull and let these ends go at the same time, and slowly tighten up around the shank, and then we wind through towards the eye, then draw these back. It's something you have to practice, and then when you get to the front, we can then lock these turns in. Come in and finish, always keeping the thread tight. You want at least 4-5 turns of whip finish. nice and tight, tighten the thread up. What you do now is remove the thread. Just come in. Can you see it? Yeah. Now then we bring out these cut ends. Now you will see the collar of deer here at the back. There we are, see at the back. You want to bring these straight up and down, so there's a big hackle, if you want a hackle of deer hair. And then what we want to do is trim this. This is where you have to be brave and basically use the angle. The curves, I use a wee small pair of curved scissors. And then we basically start off cutting around about maybe 1.5 mm from the eye, and rotate the vise if you can. And just use the tips of the curved scissors. Just take your time. And then work your way around. And then obviously work your way towards the back. Scissors needs to be sharp to do this. Just like everything, you've just got to sit down and practice. Now I sometimes get it wrong, I make a mistake, we all do that. So don't worry about it. And not the best looking fly always catches fish, so even if you feel you haven't done a good job, still give the fly, fish the fly. You'll be surprised that it'll probably still work. And maybe even better than some of the best looking flies. Now that's the kind of rough cut round about the head itself. Now I want to try and straighten these up. So I'm going to try and do it on the vise. Normally I do it off, so I'm just taking the edge nearest the collar, straightening it up. Now, as I say, I normally do this off the vise, but you'll not see it if I do that. I'm going to check my head again, just to lightly come all the way around to see how I've gone. See what it's doing. And you draw back the fibres. See how things are sitting. You can basically tidy up certain points if you feel you need to. But I think that's close, that's okay. There's the odd wee end I may have missed, like that one. Just being fussy. But anyway, there we are. And there's your small Muddler Minnow. Nice wee pattern. Then all you have to do, some fine varnish. I just dab the head there, just make sure it gets into the thread there. It will slightly go into the deer hair, but it will toughen it up. Use an old piece of wire, make sure that it's clean. There's no varnish in the eye. And there we are. And that's a small Muddler Minnow. A great fly. Trout, sea trout, salmon even, and even in this size you would catch a salmon in some of the lochs. But you're looking probably 8s and 10s for that. But I would have this tied in different sizes. You'll not go far wrong. So I hope you enjoyed that, and that's a small Muddler Minnow.